Okay, welcome back sa atong tutorial sa app development. So, last video, we discussed about a task. So, we discussed about CRUD and we already execute, create and display or retrieve or read. So, na kita ta na ang task nga gina-create ta. Then, pwede na ta ka-create sang task. Example, task 1. So, example. So, complete. Yes. So, as we can see, we have our display and we have our notification. So, task created successfully. So, we have already created our notification. Now, for this video, we will design our list. So, now in this video, we will focus on designing. So, the framework that we will be using is tailwind. So, in our project, if you are doing and also if you are watching the video from the start of this project, we already install our Laravel application using inertia and with Vue.js. So in this case, tailwind is built in this project. If you install inertia, Laravel, and Vue.js, the tailwind is uh, built in. So it's already there. So what you're gonna do is study the tailwind. Go to tailwind css.com. So after that, you will be going to our documents and you can study here. So example, the layout, breakthrough after column. So you can study here what is flex, justify, padding, max height. So you can study the documentation of tailwind. So if you don't want to look thoroughly uh, thoroughly to this sidebar, you just search here what is your problem. Example, background color. So how to implement background color in tailwind. So you can use classes, bg current, transparent, white, red, and bg red. So let's start. So our goal today is to make this test less task more stylish. So first, we will go to our resources. For example, I will close this. So all of your views, your HTML file is located in resources, JS, pages, and then the file. So for this case, we have the task. So in this case, we have the script and template. In template, this is your HTML file. So every design you will create it, you will only put in this template. So for example, we can see that we have the task list, which is your heading. So we have the heading of task list. We have the background of slate 300. So I will not discuss really in tailwind. So you can see the documentation. BG stand for background. Slate is the color, and then the 300 is the um what is it? The grades, no? Kung ano ka damol, ano ka the thickness of your color. For example, the 100 is more lights, and the 500 going up is more higher. So for example, we'll put it 600. As you can see, it will be more darker. So that's it. 100 is light. So as the number going up, so the lighter and darkness of the color is changing. It's become darker if the number is going up, and it's become lighter if the number is going down. So for example, in white, there's a special cases that white, you don't need to put the number, because white, there's no lighter white and higher white. For example, 600, you cannot put. So white is white. There's no light, there's no dark. So what if you want to make the light transparent, you just use slash and then 20. So that your light become transparent. How to know it? So let's see this. We will put this in there. Copy all. Press Alt, then up arrow. So as you can see, we will put class. Always use class if you will design. You will call tailwind. So tailwind uses class. So it put background of slate, or we can put background of gray if you wish. 500. Then you can see you have your white but is transparent. So what if I will not put the slash 20? You can see the white is dark. So it's not transparent. But if you put slash 20 or slash 10, then your white become transparent. So that's it. So our goal is to make this header first. So for example, we will make this header on, so we will make a logo. For example, we will make a up task. We will make up task logo. So we have this, and also we can add more. Example, we will add more h2, h1. So if you want to add multiple h1, you just make it times 4. So you have multiple h1. So for example, we have this menu, the home, the about, then we have the contact. So that's it. So you can see you have your up task, home, about, and contact. So if you want to make it straight going here, I just make it like add flex. So the purpose of flex is making the orientation in horizontally. So you have this horizontal or vertical. So you have this, it's line, and you can add space, justify between if you want to have space between of it. So you have this, but our goal is to group this and separate with this. So what you can do is put this in dev, this tree, press alt, then up. So if you can see, you have your separate. So in this case, you have only two tags inside this dev, and this dev is flex, it means these two become one line. And justify between is put space between these first tags and second tag. So it means the inside of the second tag, which is dev, is not affected. So that's it. And you have class, then you have flex also, because we want this to be in one line, and add a gap. So we can add gap of 4, or yeah, 4. You can see the gap is making space each of the tags here. 1, 2, 3, 4. The justify between is making space all the way to this tag. So the justify between is you make the first tag in the left, first left, and the second tag in the 0 right. And there's a space between. The purpose of gap is put space or padding between these 3 tags. So it's same with justify between, but justify between is more, the space is more higher than gap. So you can study that if you want. And here we will put, you can see in our project, there's a problem. So if you can see, there's no space here and here. So it's really in the 0 right, left, and the 0 right. So what we can put is we can make px of 4. So you can have your space. It means padding left x and right, left and right of 4. This is the 4 distance, but it's not yet. I'm gonna put 12. So you can see you have 12 space. Now it's not still good. So you can design your Aptas logo if you want. So we have this design. For example, we're gonna make the text larger. Text become 2XL. So it's becoming larger, and we can make it bolder. So font become extra bold. So now it's good. Yeah. And we can make the color if we want. For example, we will separate this. We can design this up, and we can design this task. So we can make it separate using the span. You can see you have your span. So inside the span, you can make class also, and you can make the text. You want to make it blue. So you can see you have your blue task, and you can make your text font of extra bold also. You can see that I want a dark blue, like 800. Now it's good. Up task, and the task become, you can design the task in the root. You can design it like text, yellow of 800 or 600, 7, don't know. Yes, good. 6 is more good. Okay, and we can make the background of this entire dev. So the dev is this, all of this is inside the dev. So if you put background, the background will change. For example, BG of white, as we discussed. So you can see you have your BG white. So now, for example, I don't want to make this header become our um, become scrollable. So you can put fix or sticky top of 0. So now your header is stick in the top. So but the problem is your task uh, is, so we can put border maybe, or shadow B, see, shadow B, or shadow, or you can put shadow only. So if you can see, you have your shadow and your task is underneath. So what if we gonna make it transparent? What will happen? So you can see you can see your task list going up underneath the task, the header. So make it more, make it more. For example, I want to make this center in vertical angle. I just put item center. You can see the space up and down is what? Equalize. Okay, simple as that. So we have this, for example, 60. See, have it. Also, you can put, if you want, 80. Yes, yes. But for this, I will just put white. So that's it. We have the white. Now, we can design the home, this menu. So, for example, this is the menu we have. And we can make this font like semi-bold. So you have, so what I'm doing is I put the design in the div, and it's automatically inherit by the tags inside the root tags. So this div, each one, um, yes, div and each one is a HTML tag. And in HTML, so nagbalik na tayo sa pinaka-basic. So there is a div, and inside your div, you have your h1 tag. So whatever you will put in this root tag, it's inherited by the inside tag. So if you will put text design here in your root tag, which is dev, all the sub tag or the inside tag, each one will inherit that. For example, we're gonna put text of blue, okay, blue. So you can see you have your, all of the h1 tag is blue. So at grade 1. So that's it. Now, because in menu, we are not using h1. We are using a tag. So we have a, then href, or we can use the link. We have the link You can use the link here and then close it using this. No, 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 no. Link also, we're gonna close it using link. So, okay. Okay. So this is wrong. We need to put it there. So that's okay now. Okay now. So if you will see, the link become clickable. So, for example, in home, we will make it like that. So if you click, so let's go back to the home. But for example, task list. So, okay, that's okay. So, basta umangkot na ka mo, di naghalin. So, this is your route. So, amo na ka-importante ang route. Kaya ang route, you can call that route anywhere in your project. So, you can call your route anywhere in your project. Like in your view, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you can call your route in your controller and your resource or views or HTML file. Even in here in the script, you can call your route. So that's it. So you can make your home page, you can make your about page, and you can make your contact page. So now I don't want to, I want to inherit this in the very first page, like this. I want to change this entire page. So first I'm gonna go to welcome, resources, GS, pages, then welcome. Gonna open this. So this is your welcome page, and then so you can see you have your login and dashboard, you have your main here. This is your main. So i-delete ko lang. I don't have your main anymore, and also the footer, I don't want that footer. Also the image background, also the what, the logo, I don't want the logo. Now you have your header, you have your column, you have your grid. So, okay, let's design this according to our design. According to our design. Okay, design to siya. So we have this, we will delete. So you have your upper, thing inside. Yeah. Delete this. See? Now we can copy this one, and not all, but you can copy the class. Can put it here inside this header class. So this is your header. Dito ibutang. So you can see you have this. You have your dev, maximum nothing, delete. see, you have this now. And also you can put your this inside this here. You can see you have a task, you have your contact. So we need to separate this up task. You can put it inside this very first. Now we have this one. Very nice, very nice. Also you can put this and put flex, then item center. We have it now. Now you can make also the other form. We can see it's good. Log in, register. So instead of about, you can add task here. You can add instead of, you can add another link. Instead of now you can add task. So we can go to our task. See, and in our this one we can add the link and then put this inside the link. You have href and you can put slash, so it means every time you click the logo, now it's going back to the ones we loved. Let's fix it first. You can put class, no, wrong. Put class here, then delete this. Na ay okay. Di man nakara. So and copy this and then go to our see, every time you click, so you click the up task, it now going back to your home. Then you can log in, you can select, you can make the home again slash. So in your welcome, make the home slash, see here, then task. So now we can design the login, this one. You can design this if you want. We can make border, see, inside this we can put gap or 4. You can see now we can add border also in the register. You can add border also, so both have border. And we can change the and change the background if you want. Change the background of yellow, 600. So you can see you have this, you have login, you have register, but maybe you can make this one like BG yellow 600, and then in this, instead of putting a background color, you can put border color, border yellow 600. So you can see you have that. Now you can change it to login, or you can make this one row. So login register. So you can change the text color. Use the text color. You can make it text. Change the text to yellow 600. You can see your yellow 600. And then in hover, where's the hover? You can make that. There's no hover. Oh, there's hover. You can make the text white and hover BG or yellow 600. So the hover means if you hover, see, you can change the text. So that's the, see, if you hover, then the text become white and the background become yellow. Now in register, we will make the text of yellow 600. Also in hover, we will make the text, we only make the background white. You can see that. So we can make it white first, and then in hover, and text to yellow of 600. See, and then in hover also can make the border yellow 600. But the problem is, we have this problem na sala lang get. Okay, remove this, and then remove this. Instead of making it that way, we can make it scale 105. So instead we can make it like also the copy, and also in the login we can make it. You can see there's a motion become scale of 105. So now we have the nice header or navigation. Can navigate to our task. Then in our task can have the list of our task and also the form. But this is baliktad, no? Instead of the form is underneath, you can make it in the upper. What? How is not? See. We will make the form is upper this section. Now your form is in the top, and your task is in the bottom. Now we can add instead of MB empty. We will have this, and the background color is changed into white. Now you have your design. Also, you can design this. Instead of this, you can make you can add border B. You can add border B, or you can add it inside this. So you have your design and the border. Make the border more, ano, can put like 2. I don't want 2. I want to make then border like gray of 800, or 5 or 4, maybe 4. That's nice. You have your nice, and maybe in the task, this one, you can put also the border B, border green. And then the text become SM. So you have your design. Now we will make the task list. This one we will put sample. We put background color of, because we have the blue in the color of this. We can put blue instead. Blue 400, and you can remove the border. So this also add the padding of X. But the problem is to add that we have the padding already. So maybe we will remove it, and then we will add the physics of 4 here, and then in this we can add the padding of 4 also. Nice. And or we can add this. Nice. And the list task is become yellow, maybe text of yellow 600. Didn't like it. I don't like it. Maybe white. Yes. Then make the blue as of 600. Nice. guys, that's it for today's video. So designing is complex things, and they take up a lot of times, but I do hope you will study the tailwind design, um, even though it's not discussed all here. You can self-study it. This is only the introduction, so you can have your foundation, or you can be familiar, but the whole process is depend on you. If you're tamad kumagtuon, so it's your fault. So not all is discussed, but the foundation and also the familiarity of it is the guide. This is only stands as a guide. So thank you for watching, and hope you enjoy coding with me.